Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition. That's not right, is it? On this episode 61 of the podcast, I'm going to talk about drone flying, Amazon orders, and sponsors. Ooh, do we have a sponsor? We'll get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Luke Hughes Talking Podcast with me, Audrey Hepburn. How you doing out there? You doing well? I hope you are. Hope you're doing all right out there. Now let's get into the first story just after I have a sip of my Yorkshire tea. Beautiful. That one's for the audio listeners. No, for the video. You can hop over to YouTube and search up Luke Who's Talking. You can watch the video, so you can watch me have a sip of tea from my Audrey Hepburn vessel. Anyway, yes, so the first story. So, as some of you may know out there, I recently got myself a drone. Did I talk about it on the podcast? I don't know. Anyway, but there's a video of me doing an unboxing and also flying it as well over on the Luke Who's Vlogging YouTube channel. Wow, this is cross-promotion central, isn't it? Anyway, but I took the drone for a first fly, and I thought to myself, well, where am I going to fly it? I don't know. So I went up to the local football ground because I thought it's pretty open space, not really much there to crash into. Or so I thought. Anyway, so look, it worked fine. I was using the app on my phone, and I think, DJI done a very good job. It's very user-friendly. I thought not very complicated at all to fly the drone or anything like that. Use the app, put that on the controller, and it's pretty straightforward stuff. I thought I've not flown one before, so I didn't really have any problems. However, when I was testing a few for different modes for the drone, and I had it on the follow me mode. Anyway, so I was, and now when you have the follow me mode on, you can set a distance of how far the drone will stay away from the object that it's following. So I'd say it could be like 20, 25, 30 meters, for example. So I had it on what the default was, which was like the lowest. So I think that might have been like 20 or 25 meters. No problem. Fine. So I had the drone following me, and I was just walking in the middle of the oval, and then I decided to run. So I was running, and I ran around sort of up the middle of the oval and around close to the edge, and of course the drone was keeping its distance from me, as I told it to. But as I went around like the edge of the oval, I was getting to the edge of it, I sort of slowed down, I did stop running. And of course the drone was sort of catching up, kept flying, and it flew into the side of one of the grandstands there. So I just heard this bang noise, and I thought to myself, oh no. Anyway, I looked on the app, and I could just see grass on the that was coming from the camera. So I thought, oh no. Actually, one of my initial thoughts was, I hope the drone's actually not on the roof of the grandstand, because that would be a real problem. Anyway, but I went to the side of the grandstand, found the drone, picked it up, and the camera, the gimbal was like just going crazy. It was like brr, having a real moment. And I thought, my initial thought was, it's broken, it's done. Like this camera's, it's busted, it's cooked. However, it wasn't. All I had to do was I turned it off, turned it back on, so just restarted it, and then I was able to fly it again. And it flew fine. It didn't have any damage to it. One of the props on the left hand side of the aircraft, the side that hit the building, the props had a little bit of scratch to them. No damage. It flew fine. I didn't get any. I had no issues with flying it after that. So yeah, it was a little bit. I thought I've just spent thousands on this aircraft, and I've crashed it in like half an hour of flying it. But no, got it. I was about to say got it fixed. There was nothing to fix, but restarted it and it flew fine, and there was no issues after that, which was a huge moment, if I'm honest. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into the next story for you. So, quite a while ago now, like 6 months ago, probably. Yeah, 5 or 6 months ago. It's a while ago. I ordered some stuff off of Amazon. I made a purchase. So I purchased a couple of things. I purchased a suction cup, a Joby. It's like a suction cup with the Gorilla twisty arm thing for my camera. This one here I'm using, the Osmo Action. I also purchased an SD card, which is, I believe, the one I'm using in the camera right now. What else did I get? I got some screen protectors also for the Osmo Action. And I bought myself a camera, like a strap thing to put on my bicycle helmet. So I could put the mount on my helmet, put the camera on the helmet, go for a ride around. So what happened was I received all the other items within like reasonable time, but never got the helmet strap, the helmet mount. So I thought, okay. I don't think it was in stock at the time, so I thought that's okay. It'll turn up. Anyway, so because of course there's like an estimated shipping date, and that date came and subsequently went. So I was like, okay. So I contacted the seller and I said, I haven't received this item. And they were like, oh, well, have you checked your post office? And I thought, it's probably not a ridiculous idea. Went to the post office, asked the lady there about it, and she's like, no, you haven't received anything that... because how it works here, you get post, so they'll deliver a parcel to you. And sometimes it depends. They'll leave it at the door, or they'll leave you like a card that you have to take to the post office, so then you can get your parcel. This is like if you're not home, of course. Or some smaller things they'll just put in a letterbox, or leave them on the front doorstep or whatever. So I hadn't had a card saying that there was an item at your post office. There was nothing in the letterbox or anything like that. So I was like, okay, maybe it's been delivered, but there's nobody been home, so they've left a card, but it's blown away, whatever. Anyway, so I went to the post office, asked the post office person about it, and they were like, yeah, nah, the only thing you've got coming is like X, Y, Z, because I looked on this computer, like these are things that are going to be coming for you. But yeah, anyway, so I got back home, or day after or whatever, and I sent them a message again, the seller, saying, I've, post office says this stuff isn't coming. Anyway, so subsequently I lodged a refund claim, and I got a refund for like $8. Oh, it's hardly even worth it. However, now, last week, I think it might have been sort of Wednesday, Thursday, the item came in the mail, and I couldn't believe it. And it was months and months and months and months after I ordered it, and also I got a refund on the item. So how great's that? Got a refund on the item that I believed wasn't going to turn up, but it did, like months after it was supposed to. So, yeah, interesting. So, but had like a date of estimated delivery, and that went, and still wasn't. That was like I think the estimated delivery date was like late July, I think, and it only turned up like last week. So it's 2 months or so behind its estimated delivery, which is ridiculous. Anyway, so here's a tip for you. If you can, get a refund on an item, and hopefully it still might turn up for you. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to have to test it out, put it on the helmet, and go for a ride or something. That could be like the next vlog video, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into the last story. So the other day, I got an email on, I guess it was, got an email on the Luke Who's Talking email. So if you want to send me an email, lukewho'stalking@lukewho'stalkingpod@gmail.com. I got an email. Now, very rarely do I get emails. Usually if I get one, it's just a bill from my podcast host. That's it. Nobody emails me. Send me an email, please. Just send me an email. Just do it. Anyway, I got an email, and it was from somebody apparently from Manscaped, right? Asking, it was sort of like them going, hey, I've deleted it, but they were like, hey, send us your download stats, some information, and, we could be a sponsor. And I thought to myself, a couple of things. Firstly, I was like, the podcast's reach, right? It's not very big. So I'm not going to be like, hey, I got 10 downloads per episode. Whoa. Also, like, I'm not really that manscaped myself. So that was another thing. Like, no. I mean, I'm probably not going to use the product anyway, so I'm not going to say to you, listener, hey, use Manscaped. Because, they sponsor the show or whatever. No. Anyway, so, but yeah, I was like, but I was skeptical. I thought, is this like a spam email maybe? Is it legit? I don't know, but as I said, I binned it because I was a bit like, I don't want to sponsor. Well, if I do, I'd say I don't want to sponsor, but like I don't want Manscaped to be a sponsor. Does that make sense? And I've been getting a lot of their ads on YouTube and that sort of stuff. And I've never Googled this. I'm not really interested in that. I don't want that. I think if I had a sponsor, it'd probably be like a company or product or whatever that I guess would use, would want. I don't really want Manscaped. I don't want to use that. I don't even know what it is. I did think about searching up there. I might search them up. Let's do it right now. Where's Firefox? Here it is. Manscaped. I mean, I'm basically doing this just so I don't forget to do it later. But Manscaped, official US. Do they even have a... this is what we want. AU. Get rid of that. Anyway. Yeah. I'll just have that there for later. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't want that, really. Maybe I'm going to look on their website and be like, this is great. I should have said, yeah, sponsor me. But anyway, so does that mean, like, the podcast is now big because I've at least had a sponsorship offer? I don't know. About that. Anyway, let's get back into... No, let's wrap it up. That's what we're going to do. Audrey's gone cold, unfortunately. Well, everybody, thank you very much for listening. And, of course, thank you for watching. Of course, yes, you can hop on over to the YouTubes and the last, 5 episodes? Is that 5? 3? I don't know. The last few we've had video. So, yeah, there you go. I think I need to do something interesting for thumbnails. I don't know what I'm going to do with thumbnails moving forward. Anyway, thank you very much for listening. As always, everybody, if you like to, please please share the podcast, rate it, all that jazz. If you don't want to, well, don't. You can find us on Twitter at L_Who's Talking. On the Facebooks, Luke Who's Talking on there. The Twitter hasn't had much action recently. Also, nor has Facebook. And of course, you can send me an email, lucastalkingpod@gmail.com. I will catch you next time.